I'm tired, lads. But I gotta hit you out with that unscripted, man. It's Sergi-OVER. I am recording this video after Monaco Qualifying. So Monaco Qualifying would have been this morning, maybe 9 a.m. Yeah, well, it's almost 9 p.m. now, and I'm just sat here. It's over, bro. Like, how do you really come back from this? How do you really come back from qualifying 18th in a Red Bull pure pace, out qualified by Sargent? Like, listen, man, anybody that knows me on Twitter knows I'm a Sergio truther. Always been a fan of Sergio Perez from I began watching Formula 1 in late 2015. And while watching him come up through the ranks, it was always, boy, it'd be so cool if Perez got a top seat, wouldn't it? You know what I'm saying? It'd be so cool if Sergio got, you know, one of the best seats in the house. You finally get to see him win a Grand Prix. And what do you know? He won a Grand Prix without using the best car in the field at Sakir in 2020. And it was that win that propelled him to be where he is today at Red Bull. Now, how long has he been there now? 2021, 2, 3, 4. He's in year 4 of being a Red Bull driver. And it's just like, you know, he had never been really on Max's level ever. You know, like, he was always around Max, never too far. But I feel like as of late, here's the problem with Perez right now, man. The competition is catching up. We all see it. Everyone can admit it. This Red Bull doesn't have the same stranglehold on the field the way the prior Red Bulls did, 2022, 2023. This Red Bull is not as dominant. The competition has stepped their game up. Ideally, Ferrari and McLaren. Mercs, no. But Ferrari and McLaren have. I think every weekend from this point on, we're going to see some variation of the 2 McLarens, the 2 Ferraris, and the 2 Red Bulls. Maybe featuring the 2 Mercedes if they get their stuff together as well. But the problem is, when Max was destroying Perez, when they had a dominant car, it didn't matter because Perez would be right there in P2. But even as far back as last year, that ended up not being the case. Perez kept having either bad luck or just errors in qualifying that caused him to not be where he needed to be. And then you'd think you'd trust him to get back up to P2. Sometimes he did, but sometimes he didn't. Sometimes he just floundered in wherever he was. He'd qualify like 11th and finish like 5th or 6th or 7th or something. And again, it was like he was on a streak of just not even reaching the front row. As a matter, when was the last time Perez was even on the front row? He probably did it at some point this year. But the mere fact that I can't remember is telling. Yeah? It's always been Max and somebody else. Maybe he'd be in 3rd or something. But Perez's qualifying has just not been there, man. And obviously it hampers him in the race. Because he's in that dirty air. His tires die and all of that stuff. It happened in Imola. He didn't make Q3. And here we are in Monaco, a street track, and he's so-called the king of the streets. Well, he's not doing much kinging in the streets anymore. Qualifying 18th. That's insane, man. Like, at least last year he crashed out. You'd have that excuse as to why he started so low. But nothing even happened this time around. He did that on pure pace. He got out-qualified by Logan Sargent, who people don't even think should be in the sport, on pure pace. And this is why I've titled the video, It's Sergi-OVER. Because how does one come back from this, man? I'm thinking realistically here. Perez isn't going to just magically become better out of nowhere. He's not magically just going to find the gap to Max and be his equal out of nowhere. It's just not going to happen. Red Bull are now in a situation where, like, you know, they might really have to replace this guy, man. Maybe this is the last year of Perez in a Red Bull. And then it always comes. Then what comes after that is the big question. Oh my God, who are they going to replace him with? I don't even know at this point, man. I don't think it should be Ricardo. I don't know what that would achieve. Ricardo's struggling against Tsunoda. It's not like he's getting battered or anything, but Tsunoda has been the better Red Bull driver this year. Like, it's not even a question. Tsunoda has been the midfield king this year on the lowest of keys. And I wouldn't mind if they gave Tsunoda a chance at the front. Whether or not he would capitalize that opportunity, we won't know until he gets the seat. But even Liam Lawson would be a great go at this point. Like, what's the worst that could happen? I'm not even joking. The way Perez is performing right now is how you'd expect somebody like a rookie to perform. You'd expect a rookie to be making qualifying mistakes or not be on the front row or doidle around in like mid-pack. But that's what Perez is doing, and Perez is an experienced driver who's been in this Red Bull for a good while now. And it's just not working. Whether or not it's the car just being developed away from him and him not being able to gel with it, if that's the case, even if that is the case, then that's just more proof that it's just time to move on from this guy, bro. I don't think Perez is a terrible Formula 1 driver. I still think he'd be valuable to teams on the grid. But as it regards Red Bull, I think they genuinely do need to look elsewhere. They need to look at a Sainz or a Tsunoda or a Lawson. Because at the moment, or maybe even an Iwasa, I don't know. But yeah, like, this is the lowest the stock's ever been, man. How do you qualify 18th on pure pace? There wasn't no engine issues. And nothing happened to you. You didn't crash. You didn't hit the wall. You just did that. That's kind of mad. How long have I been rambling for now? What number is that? I can't see. But like, this has gone on long enough. But I'm mad worried about bro. I am mad worried about bro. I think this is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I think they were talking about re-signing him, but after today's performance, bro, I don't see him being high on their charts at all. I really don't. I think this is it, man. And there's a reason I'm recording this now before Monaco, because there's nothing this guy can do from 18th. I'm so sorry. He proved it last year, actually. There's nothing Perez is going to do from 18th unless a miracle happens. But this isn't the track to qualify 18th at. No track is the track to qualify 18th at, but especially not here. Ah, jeez. But I don't know, folks. This is the part where I ask you what you think. What do you think's going to happen to Perez this year? You think Red Bull going to take him back? You think they're going to replace him? And if they replace him, who they're going to replace him with? I never thought I'd be the one having these conversations, you know. Who's going to replace Sergio conversations used to be so boring to me. Just felt like something people were just... It felt like conversations people were just having for the sake of it. But after today, I think today is the most legit those conversations have ever been, bro. He might have to go. He might be gone. It's a shame, but that's just how it is. Maybe things will change, but I don't see them changing. Yap session over. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Is it Sergi over?